And I think also, I mean, I worked in college football for so long, and so I think there's also
Those boys can eat.
they can eat for sure, but I have also worked with a lot of, like, college football players that have a lot of insecurity around their bodies and their body image because when you get to that level, they're weighing you every single day, twice a day, 3 times a day. And I think people think like, "Oh, because they're like men, we can fat shame them or tell them that they're overweight or make them feel bad about their weight." And I think, like, the way that you talk to, like, a male athlete versus a female athlete, what I've picked up is that sometimes people can be a little harsher on the male athlete and say things that are maybe more offensive because they think that they can take it. But in fact, like, I've seen a lot of, like, college football players have really serious challenges with body image because they were talked to by, like, a coach or a parent when they were younger that thought, like, saying certain things about their body was fine because, like, they're, like, a boy or, like, like, they're a football
Well,
player, like, they
even
can
on my
take
front,
that.
like, people have always called me big guy or big dog or, like,
Right,
all of those things give like, so when my parents came to me to have that conversation, I already saw myself as big because everyone had always talked about how big I was. "Hey, big guy. Hey," like, and so that gave me a perception of myself that I didn't notice myself gaining the weight because I already saw myself as the thing I was becoming, if that
right.
makes sense. Because I
Yeah,
was always called that, and my self-image of myself was bigger than it actually was, so once I didn't see myself growing into that when it was happening.
right. And, like, that was kind of like the norm and an acceptable, like, nickname or whatever, but, like, you wouldn't say that to, like, a female gymnast, like, a seven-year-old gymnast, you're not gonna call her, like, big dog, right? But, like, a bigger football player, you might, and so I feel like there's just, like, a difference in the way that, things maybe can seem more acceptable to say to male athletes when they're really not, and I don't think people realize that sometimes.